A few years ago, most people knew Nvidia as a gaming company. Its graphics cards powered gaming PCs. Gamers eagerly waited for new product releases, and the company competed primarily in the world of computer graphics. Today, Nvidia is something very different. It has become one of the most important companies in the technology industry. Its products sit at the center of the AI boom. Its earnings reports move markets. Its announcements are watched by investors around the world. And its technology powers many of the most advanced AI systems being built today. That raises an important question. Why does Nvidia keep winning? With some of the biggest technology companies on Earth investing billions into AI, why does Nvidia continue to hold such a strong position? The answer isn't luck, and it isn't simply because Nvidia got there first. The company built advantages over many years that are proving incredibly valuable in the AI era. To understand Nvidia's success, you have to go back before AI became the biggest story in technology. For years, Nvidia focused on graphics processing units, commonly known as GPUs. Originally, these chips were designed to handle graphics-intensive tasks like gaming and visual computing. But GPUs had another advantage. They could process many calculations simultaneously. That capability turned out to be extremely useful for AI workloads. Long before AI became a global obsession, researchers discovered that GPUs were well suited for training complex machine learning models. Nvidia happened to be in the right position when demand exploded. But being in the right position was only part of the story. The company spent years improving its technology. While many businesses focused on short-term opportunities, Nvidia continued investing heavily in advanced computing. As AI adoption accelerated, those investments began paying off. Suddenly, the chips Nvidia had spent years developing became some of the most sought-after products in the world. Demand surged. Technology companies wanted more computing power. Researchers wanted more computing power. Cloud providers wanted more computing power. And Nvidia was ready. Another reason Nvidia keeps winning is because it isn't just selling chips. It's selling an ecosystem. Many people focus on the hardware, but hardware alone isn't enough. Developers need software tools. Companies need platforms. Engineers need systems that work together efficiently. Over time, Nvidia built an ecosystem that made its technology easier to use. That ecosystem became a competitive advantage. When businesses invest in a technology platform, switching becomes difficult. The more developers, tools, and systems built around a platform, the more valuable that platform becomes. Nvidia understood this years ago, and today it's benefiting from that decision. Scale is another major advantage. The AI boom created extraordinary demand for computing power. Companies are investing billions of dollars in infrastructure. Data centers are expanding. Technology firms are building larger and more capable AI systems. All of that requires massive amounts of hardware. Nvidia has become one of the primary suppliers supporting that demand. The company isn't simply selling products. It's helping provide the computing foundation of the AI economy. And as demand continues growing, that position becomes increasingly valuable. What's fascinating is that Nvidia benefits from growth happening throughout the technology industry. When cloud providers expand AI services, demand increases. When businesses adopt AI tools, demand increases. When startups build new applications, demand increases. The company sits near the center of a much larger trend. That creates a powerful advantage.
Because Nvidia doesn't need to predict which AI application will become the biggest success.
It benefits from the broader growth of AI itself. Another reason Nvidia keeps winning is execution. Technology history is filled with companies that had great opportunities but failed to capitalize on them. Having a strong position isn't enough. Companies must execute consistently. Nvidia has done exactly that. It has continued releasing new products, expanding capabilities, improving performance, and investing aggressively in future technologies. Success in technology often depends on staying ahead rather than simply staying relevant. Nvidia appears determined to do both. Of course, competition is increasing. Some of the largest companies in the world are developing their own AI chips. Cloud providers want more control over infrastructure. Technology giants are investing heavily in custom hardware. New competitors continue entering the market. Yet Nvidia remains difficult to displace. That's because its advantage isn't based on one product. It's based on years of investment, expertise, software development, customer relationships, and ecosystem growth. Those advantages take time to build, and they aren't easily replicated. The infrastructure boom is also helping Nvidia. The AI industry requires enormous computing resources. Data centers are expanding at an extraordinary pace. Power consumption is rising. Technology companies are investing hundreds of billions of dollars into infrastructure. Every one of those trends creates demand for advanced computing hardware. Nvidia sits directly in the middle of that expansion. As long as companies continue building AI infrastructure, Nvidia remains in a strong position. But perhaps the biggest reason Nvidia keeps winning is because AI is still in its early stages. Despite all the excitement, the industry continues evolving. Companies are experimenting, business models are developing, infrastructure is expanding, and demand for computing power remains strong. Nvidia isn't benefiting from a mature market, it's benefiting from a rapidly growing one. And growing markets often create opportunities for companies with strong positions. That doesn't mean Nvidia's leadership is guaranteed forever. Technology industries change quickly. Competition never disappears. New technologies emerge. Market dynamics evolve. History has shown that no company remains dominant indefinitely without continuing to innovate. Nvidia understands that reality. That's why it continues investing heavily in future products and future capabilities. The company knows that leadership must be earned repeatedly, not just once. So why does Nvidia keep winning the AI race? Because it spent years building technology that became essential at exactly the right moment. Because it created an ecosystem rather than just a product. Because it sits at the center of the AI infrastructure boom. And because demand for computing power continues growing across the entire technology industry. Nvidia isn't simply riding the AI wave. In many ways, it's helping provide the engines that make the wave possible. And as long as the world continues demanding more computing power,